Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to talk about how we classify systems and determine the number of solutions. In Lesson 3.1, we talked about systems that may have infinitely many or no solutions. And when we try to solve these systems algebraically, the results will be either an identity or a contradiction. Again, let me say that when you try to solve these systems algebraically, the results will be either an identity or a contradiction. An identity will be something such as 0 equals 0, which is always true, and would indicate infinitely many solutions. A contradiction, such as 1 equals 3, we know is never true, and would indicate no solution. So stop the video, and I want you to copy these vocabulary words down before you continue, because you will be using the vocabulary words to do your classifications. Alright, so let's take our first system here, let's classify it and determine the number of solutions. So we have a 3x plus y equals 1 and a 2y plus 6x equals a negative 18. So I'm going to kind of hone in right here at this y. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that equation and I'm going to solve it for y. So that means I'm going to move that 3x over, and it'll be moved over as a negative, and then I'm going to take this and substitute it back in to the second equation. So since this is my y right here, I'm going to take it and sub it back in here. Remember then, so you would have 2 times y. Remember, a algebraic expression should always be put in parentheses. And then next thing you will do is then you will distribute. So distribute that 2. And then you're going to combine your like terms, so you're going to combine your x's. Do you see what's going to happen here? A negative 6x plus 6x, they are going to go away. And look what you have. You have the 2 left over here and the negative 18 over here. So once you simplify that, you find, what do you have? You actually find that you have a contradiction, because 2 will never equal negative 18. Therefore, given a contradiction, the system is inconsistent and has no solution. Let's try another one. Alright, let's classify this system and determine the number of solutions. 56x plus 8y equals negative 32. Move this up a little bit. And 7x plus y equals negative 4. So again, I have a y without a coefficient. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for that y, meaning I would need to move that 7x over, and it would be moved as a negative. Now I'm going to take the negative 4 minus 7x, and I'm going to substitute that. That will go back in to the first equation. So it will go in here. So again, you're going to want to come down here, you're going to want to put the parentheses in, because you are going to be multiplying it with the 8, so you will distribute the 8. And then you will combine your like terms. Again, look what happens to your x's. They cancel out. This time you're left with the negative 32 on the left equals negative 32 on the right. This time we end up with a true equation. Negative 32 does equal negative 32. So this is what we call an identity. Therefore, the system is consistent, it is dependent, and it has infinite number of solutions. Alright, I want you to stop the video, and I want you to work this one on your own. I want you to classify the system and determine the number of solutions. When you are finished, I want you to turn the video back on and see how you did. Alright, so we're back. Let's see how you did. We are going to isolate the y. So that means we're going to move that 2x over. Now we're going to take with that y value and we're going to substitute it. It's going to go back up to that first equation. And did you put your parentheses around your expression? And then did you distribute your 3? If you did that, you ended up with a 6x minus 18 minus 6x equals a negative 12. And then simplifying, you can see here again, those x's cancel out, and we get negative 18 equal to negative 12. So this is a contradiction. Whoop. Therefore, the system is what? Inconsistent and has no solutions. All right, I want you to bring your notes to class, and I'm going to give you 4 problems that you need to work on, and they will be due at the beginning of class.